Hey guys, in the last episode we set up motion matching for our character inside the game, and then similar to what happened on our project, for some reason the second time when you load it, all the physics are messed up. So I'm probably just going to remove this cape because it's getting a little crazy. And um, well, in our project currently we have it just static, like I removed all of the physics. Um, So if anyone has a tip on what to do about that, that'd be helpful. Because like each movement, it just gets stuck. Pretty distracting. But in any case, so we moved that character over here. Um, even our static guy, he's got like that starting off thing, but whatever. In this episode, we're going to migrate these characters. See, before the play, it looks fine, and then once you start, though, yeah, it's pretty distracting. But in any case, we're going to be migrating this guy character with our motion matching into our main project from this game animation sample pack. And I'm going to follow steps from 0 to game dev on how to import the new mover and GASP project into your own project. So in the last video, I followed a video by Clyde, and then in this video, we're going to follow some steps taken from this other video. And to begin, I actually saw some comments here. In this, we can expect some errors. Again, there's even a section here called errors. But then I saw this interesting comment here to help. Oh, it's even been pinned by the creator, that if we download a few more plugins or install them, it should resolve some of the initial errors that we received. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. Let's go to our project for that reason. So we're in our project, and I am going to download those two, or install those two to the project. So edit plugins. We are looking for animation curve expression. There's one. Yes. And draw debug library. Interesting, because if you watch that video, which I'll link, a lot of the errors were draw debug. I'm not quite too familiar with what that is. I can make some assumptions based on that it's debug, but he said those errors are not critical anyway, and he just pretty much unplugged most of them. So we'll just go ahead and restart the engine now. I'll pause it till that's ready and go with the next steps. Okay, so I installed those additional plugins from the YouTube comment section. And then there's a couple steps that I have to do. In particular, let's start with this one. So in the GASP, we're going to go to Edit, Project Settings. Let's look for CVAR. This array. I don't really know what this is. This is something I've never seen before. But we're going to right click and copy the 25 arrays. And we're going to go to our project. And we're going to go to Edit, Project Settings, CVAR, where we have 0. And now we can right click and paste. So our 25 CVAR arrays, data, which is a data-driven console variable setting. That is beyond my technical understanding, but what I liked from the tutorial was the results. So I think we can just exit now. There's no need to save. Let's double check, edit, settings, CVAR. All right, we have those in our project. So I'm going to file, save. And then we have to do one more step that's handled outside of the engine in our file explorers. So I have in the game animation sample pack in the folder explorer, this file called gameplay tags, default gameplay tags. I'm going to copy it. Let's just right click. Really? All right, right click, copy. And then in our game, I'm going to right click, paste. So I've got the default gameplay tags in the config folder, and that's where I copied it from the GASP. So let's save all again. I might have to probably reopen this again. But now, in fact, let's just do that again. Let's file, save all, just to be on the side of caution. All right. So while that project is loading again, we are going to, from the GASP, we're going to find our character, which is down here, Westin's World Characters. We have Westin. I'm sorry, no, we're going to be in the blueprints, retargeted characters in our blueprint character. This is the guy, I think, the file I think that we want to migrate over. It's our retargeted character and all of the associated dependencies. So I just saved this folder. And the reason that we're doing just this one character, I explained in the last episode that, but I'll just do a quick recap. I first made an attempt to just drag everything from the content folder from this project to our main project, but it was too many files. I had too many errors. So what I did now is I just imported the character into this project, got the settings correct, and then step 2 is to migrate our character from this one to our project. So I'm trying to take smaller steps as opposed to just importing everything and breaking everything. Luckily, we had version control to undo all of our edits, which can save us even after saving the project. But in any case, in the video that I've shared, he takes this CMC character, but I am going to go with the character that we have been using here. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to migrate. Asset actions, migrate. Everything related to it. Let's see, we have control reg engine. I wonder why, or if I should. Control reg the engine. I mean, if it's not checkboxed, I probably won't. What I am curious to see is like, are any of the widgets coming over? And then what I'm also interested is, because we already have Westin in our main project, I'm expecting there. Okay, here's Twin Blast stuff. This is good. Wait, motion match. Oh well. What I'm expecting is to encounter some duplicate file errors because we already have this Westin in our project. But he is a skeletal mesh in the third person character. So this is a little bit different, but I'm still expecting like all of the like limbs and hair, all of these eye files to be the same. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and override and replace. So I'm going to click OK. Lucky for me, I've got my folder already here and knows that I want to be here. Westin's World Series. I'm going to click content and select folder. An asset already exists. Would you like to overwrite it? Yes. So I'm going to do that to all. And I think this will take between 2 and 5 minutes. So I'll pause and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it took about 5 minutes to migrate the GASP project blueprint over to this project. At the very end, the GASP project did crash, but it looked like it was like at the 99% complete. So I'm hoping it made it through the very end. But I'm over here now in my content browser of our main project. One thing that I am happy about is the folder structure is about half as when I made the mistake a while ago. But let's open up a different level that doesn't require so much performance. So I can tell by going to our blueprints folder. In the retargeted characters folder, it looks like our Westin character migrated correctly. So what's interesting is you can go ahead and even probably drag this guy out. What's interesting is this guy and this guy appear the same, but they are different assets. One is a blueprint, and then this one is a skeletal mesh. Checking out the cape in particular, they look the same right now. If I click and play, this one is the one that's all messed up because currently I'm running around with the skeletal mesh where I just removed the physics. That's fine. For now, I'm going to follow along the steps from the video. So I'm going to file, save all, and we're going to update the game mode override to be the GM sandbox, but it doesn't look like it made it over. Okay. Yeah, so we're running into issues already. One moment. So I think I have an idea. So BP underscore Westin, I opened it up and it's an actor class. I think I know what I need to do next, which is okay. But we need to migrate more stuff over, so let me do that. Okay, so I have the game animation sample pack uploaded. What I think was happening is this is an actor, and I'm assuming this is not an actor. This is a pawn. So we want to migrate the pawn, and then set that. That's probably going to migrate over the default game mode, etc. But we still want this retargeted character. So it's okay, we didn't do the wrong thing, but it's just a little bit different. So we're gonna right click this now and do the same thing, and I'll have to pause the video while it loads. So right click, asset actions, migrate. Yep. Westin's world content. View, select folder. Yeah, we're gonna apply the override to everything. All right, so I'll pause it. Okay, guys, this time after like 20 minutes of loading at least, I got another crash right at the end. So I'm just gonna send and close, reload our diversion. And then may or may not have to exit this project. I probably should have exited it while it was migrating, but that's fine. Okay, it's available now. Well, I am going to yeah, click on this game mode override. And then we have probably more folders. Yeah, it looks like our folders have expanded a bit. And in here now, we have the mover. And that's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot. We're going to click on the game mode sandbox. It's lagging. It's probably going to crash because that's been my luck today. All right. So I did have a system crash. Actually, that's not true. It just stuck so long, I forced close the program. It was unresponsive, so I did a force close. So I'm hoping now that I've reopened the project, maybe got a nice refresh. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to upload or override the game mode to be the GM_sandbox. It still doesn't seem to like this. This is something that should just be pretty instant, but it's been stuck for a while still, so I'm gonna... Oh. Okay. Right when I was about to give up. So these are some expected errors. I'm gonna click on Enable Missing. And I had looked this up. Why does changing the game mode freeze my project for Unreal Engine 5? And I guess it's due to forced immediate recompilation of blueprints, massive asset reloading, or memory overload, which could be true because we just migrated like 3,000 assets. So I'm going to click Enable Missing. Restart required to apply new settings. I think I'm going to click Restart later. So I'm going to click Play from here because now we have our mover character in the game. That's good. And actually, oh, what happens when we exit? Nothing. Okay. I'm actually very excited because I think the comment guy here in this community from the video, those 2 plugins we installed, seems to have saved actually all of the debug errors that the creator had to do. So this is looking super cool now. None of these have traversable objects at the moment. But let me take a look at my notes again. Actually, that's it. So now is a matter of going to update the player controller. Is it PC_sandbox? Let's go to it. I'm sorry, I don't want the player controller. I want the pawn. Default pawn is the CMC. What happens when I change it to be the mover? Actually, what happens when I... Oh, I'm so terrified. I should have even done that. Should have just saved. I need to save. All right, so we have our mover. So this is the guy that we set up to be more like our main character. So I am so terrified after all of the things that I've had to deal with today. I need to save. Skip. All right, save all, skip. So I think that saved everything else. So now the thing left over to do is head to this guy, CMC. I don't think it's as simple as updating the mesh. Although, we'll give it a try, but I don't think it's that simple. Yeah, it's all distorted. Aside from our recurring issue with the, yeah. A couple of things. He's very distorted and the cape is all wrong still, so that's not what we want. Let's undo that. So here's our guy. So what I need to figure out is how to, between the two tutorials, get our retargeted character to be the kind of did that with the widget switcher last time, or the widget thing, but I want this guy. Let me think. All right, so can't really figure this out. So what I'm going to do is just kind of start over and repeat steps from the last episode, but in here. Let's start with the mover. So I'm going to actually, I'm going to start with this one. So I'm going to right click, retarget. We're going to choose our Westin character. And then we're going to export into a retarget folder here. Westin's world characters. Retarget. Yeah. Okay. And I've got some duplicates. I'm gonna delete these ones because that was from. I'll deal with that later, I guess. I don't want to crash. So this is the new one that I want. This has to be the new one just created. Sorry, one moment. Let's see what is going on here. So that's their latest one. That's the latest one. So I'm going to just go ahead and try to delete these old ones. Because I can tell because it adds a 1 at the end of the file name. So our originals, I'm just going to delete, force delete. Hope the engine doesn't crash. Because these are the new ones that we just made. Okay, we're good. So now I'm going to rename this underscore Westin. Okay, and then I'm going to copy this file. And then in the blueprints, we're going to go to retargeted characters. We're going to right click, copy, or duplicate Twin Blaster, but we're going to name this guy BP underscore Westin. And then we're going to rename the skeletal mesh to Westin for this character. And then the skeletal mesh will be Westin. And then in the details panel, we're going to Search tag. Update the copy and paste the file name we just created. All right. Compile, viewport, no change, but upon reopening, we should have Westin here. And then I'm going to open in the blueprint back in the retargeted characters, but in here, I'm going to come down here to the IK retargeter map. I'm going to add a new map. Again, paste. And again, search for our Westin for this RTG Westin. Compile. And then instead of, let's see. So what we're missing is the what we're missing is the widget from the sample pack, and that must be just the disconnect here. So I've got the mover selected, which is what we have going on with Westin, but when I come in here, at least before just redoing those steps, if I update the skeletal mesh to be our Westin, it does not like it. See, its positioning is all distorted. So undo. What happens if we update this component tag? Westin, okay. I guess. Jeez Louise. Is there something here I'm supposed to be doing? Not really. That's not right. That's not right. I wish. Nope. It's like I have the retarget. Alright, let's go to the game mode. Cycle visual override. I don't think this is gonna matter. I think this is related just to the widget. Go here. Killing me, killing me, killing me, killing me. We have our retargeted guy. We just need... I still don't understand this. Like, right? Why do we create this BP Westin? Alright guys, I had to restart. Ran into some issues, so I think I figured out what I have to do though. I am going to override the game mode to our GM sandbox. That went fine. So when I push play now, we've got our mover character. Looks good. what I was having issues with was having our custom character retargeted with the animations. I could do that, but the issue that I have was the pose was way off. He was like hunched over. So what I think I found is actually notes from the first time I tried this. Luckily, I was looking around how to do this, and I think I found my own notes. So we're gonna move forward with that. I guess let me recap what my issues were. I tried just importing this Westin custom character in the skeletal mesh, and I guess I can just display it. Should be fast. So I've got him here, but you can see his collisions are all wrong. His pose, he's like hunched over. It's just not right. So I'm gonna follow steps from my own video, like from 9 months ago. It's an unlisted video with some other characters that I was working with. Okay, so let's see. So I think I'm just gonna, from here, click add another skeletal mesh. And I think, if I remember correctly, we're basically gonna like mirror this guy. So I'm gonna name this one Westin. And then for Westin, I am going to choose Westin. Okay, that's good. And then for Westin, I'm going to, I think I have it here at the moment. Westin is the one that I'm gonna retarget. Should I do both? I'm not sure. Yeah, why not? Let's do him. And then in Westin as well. Westin retarget. Okay, that doesn't do anything yet. That's okay. So from Westin, we're gonna go to the animation. We're gonna go to the mover. So here now he's still doing the right animations, but the pose is way off. It's not relaxed at all. His arms are intersecting into his hips. Does not look right. Actually, I think from here under Westin, I'm gonna do the generic retarget. Ah, that was it. That was that easy. Okay. And I think what's next is going to be, this looks way better already. I think what's next is going to be, we're gonna hide this guy in the game. So we have Westin as a child under the skeletal mesh, and I'm gonna name this guy driver mesh. Cool. So let me try to play. Looks a little funky. There's both of them. Okay. But when we go to this driver mesh now, if we search for hidden in game, I wonder if I can even hide them like in this preview. Is that this? No. That's okay. I don't think so. But now that I put that guy hidden in game, I'm gonna click play. And I think Westin is ready for motion matching. We can crouch. And I think I'm gonna get rid of this robe. I really hate how stiff it is, and I keep having issues. So I think in order to do that, I'm going to right click, create clothing, and remove from mesh. Cool. Maybe later down the road, we'll add that back. Whatever that did, it looks like it gave him some butt sweat or something. That's hilarious. Let's give it a try. Looks like we ripped the seams off. Oh, that's probably even funnier. Do I want it like that? Oh, looks like there's no going back. Let's do, no. So the edit undo didn't work. Agree clothing, remove mesh. Okay. Okay, I couldn't undo that physics deletion from the asset, so I'm just going to redo those steps real fast. I'm updating the game mode. And I'm also going to update it in the project settings, like by default. So in the project settings, go to mode. Okay, I've already got the default here. I must have done that already. But what was driving us crazy was this. So I'm going to rename this the driver. And then I'm going to add a child skeletal mesh. And I'm going to name this, actually, instead of Westin, I'm just going to name this party character. And you know what? I think I am going to do this the right way. So I'm going to delete this for now. And there's clear. Okay, because what I'm doing is setting myself up for later success. So I have the driver mesh, driver skeletal mesh. Because what I'm gonna do is right click you, create a child blueprint class, because we eventually will have child blueprint underscore sandbox character mover. Because eventually we're going to have more than just Westin. So I want this to be the parent. And we're going to update this right now. Alright, so I've got our child blueprint. Now we have the driver skeletal mesh, and our party character is going to, I can rename this one. Because I can't. Oh well, that's fine. We're gonna name you, or I'm sorry, add skeletal mesh Westin, anim class retarget, and we're gonna grab that file name, that retarget file name. So you know what, this is a messy episode. I wish it were cleaner. Maybe someday we can go back and make it more user-friendly, but that's just how this really is in real life, so that's why we like the long format. What was I going to do last? Okay, I was going to go to tag and then add that. There we go. So I was right, I do not need the tag in here. There he is, nice and motion matching. Actually, that's a confusing term. The skeletal mesh is running in sync with the driver skeletal mesh, and also the pose is looking good. So lastly, I'm just gonna actually from the parent class, I'm gonna make the driver hidden in game compile, and there we have it. Oh, default pawn class. Let's update it to let's try that. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I need to go to I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna rename CBP. Name this guy Westin. Alright, so I'm gonna save all this because I'm finally happy. And I hope moving Westin to our Westin folder does not break. Let's drag him over here. Westin, come on. Westin, move. Yes, I'm glad I didn't like make a duplicate. So that means I can again move you here. Move. Can I move the retarget? Move. Yes, I can. Okay, that's great. So now I've got everything Westin related here under Westin's world characters, and then I'm gonna have more characters here. One more thing I want to do is get the cubes over here from the game animation sample pack. So we cannot traverse over any old object. Can't traverse over this stump. But what we can do is migrate now. We need to open our game animation sample pack. And then migrate just the cubes over. Alright, so I'm back in the game animation sample pack, and I'm going to click any of these traversable objects. Actually, you know what? I wonder if this is... press hold, jump while falling. Yeah, this is cool. So I'm going to right click and I want to browse to the asset. So I have a level block, a level traversable button. Right now I really just, I think, want just these two. So I'm going to migrate, asset actions, migrate. Yep, everything nice. And then we're going to put it in our content folder. Would I like to overwrite it? I don't think I want to overwrite these things. So I don't think it should take too long, but you never know. Well, looks like it's already done. Okay, cool. Oops. Oh man. Oh, there we go. I thought it's the what? Oh my gosh, what? Thought I would like make a copy, not move the watch. This is gonna be even broken now. Might even crash. Like, oh, that worked. So why? Okay. Okay. Well, I was searching for it wrong here. So it's in the blueprint folder. I think. Oh no, it's in the prototyping folder. Let me go to the Again, browse to asset, show in the folder view. Alright, under levels and level prototyping. What's the difference between this one and that one? Too similar. Anyway. Alright, let's put this level block and a level block traversable. The game is freezing up a little bit. I'm not sure it likes it too much. I'm not sure the difference with the level block would be. But if everything is going well, which I hope, so I'm not going to save the changes to this one because I guess I moved a bunch of stuff. Let's file, save all, skip. Where'd they go? Oh, they're way down there. Alright guys, my fingers are crossed. It's working. Huh, I wonder if there's a particular side. Maybe it has to be the side facing? Because I thought he would be like jumping on top of it. Huh. Why isn't this guy? It's interesting. Oh, I see. Alright. I think I'm maybe like that. Or, I see. Maybe it has to be the top. Not sure. We're just testing. Does this guy jump on top of this? Yep, like that. Okay, so the outline, the 4 squares, has to be what you want to traverse on. So for this guy, I want to just try something fun. In our viewport, I want to add a mesh, just a static mesh. And then a static mesh, I want to pick something from our game. Not sure quite what yet though. Let's look around our map. What about this? Let's get a boulder or something. maybe rocks. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. So I'm gonna make the mesh hidden in game. Okay, and then let's make this thing like the size of it. Oops. I've got the wrong thing selected, that's all. Alright, yeah, let's try that. So this guy, though, is supposed to be... Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, how about that? I wonder why this guy didn't like it. It's pretty cool. Alright. So we can now do some motion matching. I don't think, yeah, I didn't want that to save, like, it's okay. Compile. Alright, cool. So yeah, we just set up motion matching in our project. That's pretty darn cool. I want to find somewhere a nice little angle to kind of display something fun. Alright, cool. Thanks, guys. Oh, look at that. Alright. Again, sorry that was probably a painful episode to follow, but we encountered real problems and we fixed it. Thank you. Bye.